Standard of Practice 1-9, the obligation of realtors to preserve confidential information as defined by state law, provided by their clients in the course of any agency relationship or non-agency relationship recognized by law, continues after the termination of agency relationships or any non-agency relationships recognized by law. Realtors shall not knowingly, during or following the termination of professional relationships with their clients, disclose confidential information.
It's always been a problem until it was clarified in this particular standard of practice as to what happened to your agency fiduciary responsibilities at the termination of an agency.
So you take a listing, you learn all this stuff about the seller, the listing expires, you got all this confidential information about this seller, you no longer have the listing, the seller lists with somebody else, you have a buyer that's interested in the property, and you know some things that would be beneficial to the buyer, but you gain that information in confidence when you were an agent of the seller. Can you divulge that information?
You can't, because...
Well, you can, but you'd probably be in violation, right?
You would, and if that particular seller suffered adversely from it, they would probably come after you either in a legal action or for an ethical violation. The duty of confidentiality continues even after the termination of the agency relationship. So you really have to talk to your client sometime to say, well, you know, we do have an offer coming in from a buyer. I got to tell you that this buyer was a seller of mine. And during that time I was representing them. I learned a lot of things about them, and they say, well, tell me more about this person, you know, because you're now representing me and you have a fiduciary duty of obedience and disclosure. And you say, you know, there are some limits to the disclosures that I can make. And one of the limitations is I can't breach the confidential relationships that were established earlier. You certainly wouldn't want me to do that with you after I successfully sell your home. You don't want me telling things that you told me in confidence. And that's just the nature of my ethical responsibility.